Two TSA agents at the Denver International Airport have been fired after it was found that they were part of a conspiracy scandal in order to grope attractive men. All right. So this involved a male TSA agent who wanted to grope attractive men and his accomplice who was a female TSA agent. Let me give you the details. They were discovered manipulating passenger screening systems to allow a male TSA employee to fondle the genital areas of attractive male passengers. Yeah. According to law enforcement reports obtained during the CBS 4 investigation, a male TSA screener told a female colleague in 2014 that he gropes male passengers who come through the screening area at Denver International Airport. He related that when a male he finds attractive comes to be screened by the scanning machine, he will alert another TSA screener to indicate to the scanning computer that the party being screened is a female. Now think about that for a second. Female, right? When the screener does this, the scanning machine will indicate an anomaly in the genital area, and this allows the male TSA screener to conduct a pat-down search of that area. So you kind of input this person as a female, and then they go through the scanner, and obviously you can see there's something going on. There's some kibbles and bits action, right?
Some kibbles and bits action, that's right.
So this pervy TSA agent goes, oh, there's something going on in your pants. Let me grope you.
Yeah. In which case there might be more things going on in your pants, depending on your proclivities. Okay, so, no, it's wrong. So I remember when we talked about the TSA initially and all the pat-downs and stuff, people would say, well, no, it's okay. It's male agents with male agents, female agents with female agents. And I said on the show, yeah, you know that there are gays and lesbians in the world, right?
And so, just because they're gay and lesbian doesn't mean that they're all great people. They're not going to do anything wrong.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I've had this debate for time immemorial with overly liberal people who are like, oh, gay people wouldn't look at you in the shower. Why wouldn't they? I mean, they're attracted to, not me particularly, but I'm saying males in general. Of course they would. They're attracted to males. You put me in a shower with females, I'd kind of look, right? Gay people are not more holy than straight people. They also have urges. They're also sometimes giant douches. Mm-hmm. So, of course, there's going to be some percentage chance when you have the opportunity, they're going to jump in it. And he got an accomplice here. Now, look, there was another woman, Jamelin Steenhoek, also at Denver, who last year actually complained, saying that female agents had groped her genitalia and her breasts, and she said they didn't, they spent time groping her breasts, and she's like, it was not like a cursor, I just did the same thing.
I know, I was about to say, like, he's doing the groping motions as well, but he gets a pass. Continue.
Right. So they're supposed to use the back of their hands, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently there was this going on instead of this, and in the case of the male agent, who's the latest one accused, he was using the palms of his hands and cupping their groins.
Right.
And their asses, okay? Mm-hmm. So way over the top. Look, the reason you need safeguards is because we're all human beings. And some human beings do douchey things if given the opportunity. That's why we got to be a little bit careful about this stuff. Now, I don't know that there is a definitive answer, right? Because, you need some screening. And if the guy doesn't want to go through, which I oftentimes haven't gone through the scan, because I'm also dubious about the scan. By the way, they're human beings. You think some people aren't going to save those scans? Women out there, you think there aren't some guys who are going to coordinate with female staffers, etc., to let them see things? And apparently males looking at males, depending on what they're interested in. Mm-hmm. So there's that element to it too. And there is no easy fix. But they should bring down the hammer on these guys.
They definitely did. Now, what's interesting is they're not going to face any criminal charges. This is sexual assault. Right. But they're not going to face any criminal charges because they haven't identified the victims. And without the victims, you can't press charges. Right. But, I mean, you have evidence indicating that they did this. It's kind of amazing that they're not going to face criminal charges at all. They did get fired, so I'm happy about that. But it just goes to the whole point that I like to make about flying and how it's become a giant pain in the ass to the point where you want to avoid traveling. And I love to travel, right? You have to deal with the TSA. You're constantly paranoid as you're going through the TSA because, I don't know, do I have a water bottle that I forgot about in my bag? Do I look suspicious? Are they going to give me a pat down? Is this full body scanner going to give me cancer? You're thinking about all these disastrous things as you're trying to travel. So I hate it, and I'm glad that finally some TSA agents got some consequences for their actions.